Alright guys, we got part 2 of the Hazanshu spacing series here, and as I said in the previous video, this is huge. If you can manage to always be in the zone where you want to be at Hazanshu over fireballs, it can really open up other elements of your game. That, and it makes your opponent think before they throw out a fireball. And overall, this can really take Chun-Li to the next level, so it's key that you know this. Now, I said in the previous video that two to three steps is where you want to be for this to work. Now you can see we're going to push Ryu back a bit, right? We're going to push Ryu right here. Ryu, he's on that line. You can see he's on that line. His right foot is on that line. Now 2 to 3 steps for Chun-Li. This is pretty much the limit where Chun-Li is. Where her left foot is. Okay. Now this is 3 steps away. This is about as far as you can be for this to work. See? I said that's about as far away as you can be. And right there is a little past 3 steps. Now that looks like you're 3 steps away, doesn't it? But you're not. So what does that mean? That means that while I did say you want to be 2 to 3 steps away, I also said in the previous video that 2.5 steps is ideal. So about right here, that's where you really want to be. You can be right here. You can be. You saw that Chun-Li's Hazanshu, that was on the edge of her range for that Hazanshu. But if you go a little past that, you're going to be screwed. Because if you whiff a Hazanshu, you're wide open to be hit for a huge combo. And if your opponent has super or ultra, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now you can see, that is so close to hitting Ryu that it looks like it does. It actually, Chun-Li's foot actually makes contact with Ryu's right foot. But the hitboxes do not overlap. Now right here, still a bit too far away. Moving up a bit, still too far. That should be good. Now that was 3 steps away, that's your limit. 2 to 3 steps away is where you want to be for this. But, like I said, 2.5 steps is ideal. 3 steps will work, but if you're just a bit outside, you're gonna be eating a huge combo. You can see I'm just outside. Right there I was really far in. Just inside, I'm gonna be a little outside. Gonna be pretty far in, a little bit inside. 2 to 3 steps, guys. That's how far away you want to be. 2 to 3 steps. Okay. So, with that said, what are your options when you hit your opponent? When you hit your opponent for damage, let's get Ryu back here. When you hit your opponent for damage, you have a few options. Hazanshu. You Hazanshu. And then you can combo it into low short. 2-hit combos, you can see. You can combo that into EX legs. You can see 5-hit combo. So those are a couple of your options when you hit. Now if you hit, what else can you do besides low short into EX legs? If you hit Ryu, here's another thing you can do. Focus attack, dash cancel it. Whenever I Hazanshu, I focus attack it and dash back. I don't dash in because it's hard to chain a combo of some kind. That, and if you got to get your inputs down correctly for that, such as, you know, when you go into your low shorts into your other punches or kicks. You gotta, because one false move and your opponent, he'll be hitting you with something. So whenever I do this, dash back. Now when your opponent blocks it, if your opponent blocks your Hazanshu, they generally can't punish you. So you're gonna be safe. That's why I said absolutely do not whiff a Hazanshu under any circumstances. But if you think your opponent might catch on to you and do a focus attack, you can dash out, focus attack, dash cancel. You can do that. But if your opponent does block it, you generally won't be punished. I've rarely been hit with some kind of move or combo after a blocked Hazanshu. I really don't think there are many moves in the game that can harm you if you do that. Now, alright. Now, if your opponent focus attacks you, or focus attacks, you can dash back and then punch him in the face. Now, generally, your opponent is not going to release a level 3 focus attack. They'll release it probably after the Hazanshu hits them. You saw in the previous video, in the live match, that my opponent, he released it after Hazanshu hit him. But I was able to dash out and punch him in the face. Now, if you do that, dash out, do heavy punch as soon as you can. I botched it a couple times in the live match, and I rarely ever do that. So punch your opponent as soon as possible. You'll do massive damage because they absorb the Hazanshu, and then they'll take a heavy punch to the face. So now we're going to show you how to get into the Hazanshu zone if you're not already in it. Now, like I said, for this, try to hover around the Hazanshu zone as much as you can. Remember, 2.5 steps is ideal. 2 to 3 steps for Hazanshuing over fireballs is the zone itself. But try to hover around 2.5 steps away from your opponent as best as you can. Now here's what we're going to go over. You can absorb a fireball, then dash in, and Hazanshu over another fireball, like I did the first time. Come on, Ryu. Right there, I was just outside the zone. Or if you don't want to absorb one, you can just dash right into the zone. Right there, I was a bit late. Now you can absorb it, and then go over him again. If he throws another fireball in the process like that, you'll hit him anyway. Right there, I dashed, but I wasn't in the zone. When you guys do this, make sure you're in the zone. There we go, just like that. You see, I'm hovering around the zone right now. And I nail him. I'm out of the zone. Dash in. And then nail him with the Hazanshu. If you want to absorb, go right ahead. If he throws another fireball in that process, like I said, you Hazanshu over him anyway. Right there, I was too aggressive. There we go, just like that. Now that's the spacing, guys. That's pretty much all you guys need to know on the correct spacing for your heavy Hazanshus over Fireball, over Shoto characters. Now, like I said, this spacing, it works for any character. But for those with Fireballs especially, this is huge. Like I said, it takes away their, well, it doesn't take away, but it hinders their Fireball game. They got to think about what they're doing, and they have to make sure that you're not going to Hazanshu over it. Because if you Hazanshu over it, they're going to be thinking next time, do I really want to do it? Do I really want to throw a fireball? And if they're thinking about that, you can change up your game. If you're in the Hazanshu zone, you can dash in, maybe do that, sweep them, you know. You can do a whole bunch of other things. Maybe absorb a fireball, then come in and for you know, a good combo. So your options, you have a lot of options if you can master this. So alright guys, any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and hopefully this can improve your game and take you to the next level.